Hey all, welcome to Mega Man X5, part of the Legacy Collection version 2 or number 2 on Nintendo Switch. I have it on other stuff, I'm going to be playing the Switch version just because. So, Mega Man X5 is a little bit of an outlier for me. It's a weird game, to say the least, especially since there's a lot of factors that are just beyond your control. So let's hop right in and I'll start explaining why. So, Mega Man X has a player select, which, of course, in this case is X and 0. Unlike X4, it doesn't have a regards to the story in the direct beginning. It just kind of, maybe some slight text alterations, that's about it. But there is a big difference here. If you select X, you actually start off with the 4th armor. If you start off with 0, you start off with a new feature, which is the Z-Buster, which is something that you could do in X3, but they nerfed it so hard here. It's so bad. So it's definitely a good choice for advanced players because, yeah, you get a whole armor set if you select X. So, since I like armor, I'm going to select X. In the year of 21XX, Mega Man X Episode 5. Yes, it's ready. Piece of cake. The colony is still alive. I can let it fall at any time. Please, let me do it now. I'm getting bored. All I have to do is go back to the Earth and scatter the virus. I think you could probably remove the word Earth, but whatever. You're exactly what I expected. You're doing a good job. Hee hee hee. Nobody dares to fight against you, except those stupid Maverick hunters. I'll do anything for you. Anything. Good. I'm going to Earth. Now, this time it sounds right, but I don't know why, but I was expecting the word "the" to be there. To execute our plan. Stay where you are and await further instructions. But I don't think you need to do it personally. Are they really a threat? Are X and 0 really so strong that you can't let someone else do it? Hee hee hee. Yes, in a manner of speaking. 0, I'll show you what you really are and who your true enemy is. Hee hee hee. Wahahaha! I hate his laugh so much. Why do they do that? So yes, here's one of the biggest annoyances of X5 immediately. Hi Alia, you are a new character to this series that was shown off in the intro, along with a couple other characters that we will be meeting soon. This is Hunter Base. Can you read me, X? Sigma appeared and suddenly moved towards the statue which is under construction. We lost his trail and haven't picked up any readings since. I've lost contact with 0 too. Where would he go? You can reach the statue by going straight in that direction, otherwise known as go right. Stay alert. Several machines, even some deserted taxis, have become Mavericks in the area. That's hilarious thinking about it. Just taxis just becoming Mavericks and just kind of plowing into things. This is like, error. Be careful. So yes, I'm wearing the 4th armor. It doesn't have the head ability that it had in X4, but it has the upgraded Buster shot that the black version of the Buster gave you. It's kind of like a mix now. It's just kind of whatever. But you also get this ability, as well as a couple extra new abilities that is tailored for both characters that they both have. Such as ducking, which this is just a godsend in Mega Man games because it kind of gives you a little bit more leniency towards attacking in 2 separate areas. As well as another feature which will be seen coming shortly in this level, since this level is essentially the tutorial, despite the fact that this game features the tutorial, where you can actually fight Magma Dragoon for some reason. What a terrible sight. The highway has been badly damaged. We gotta find Sigma before he destroys anything else. I'll be in very serious trouble. The weird thing is, despite the fact that there is a tutorial, the game itself, like if you don't select the tutorial, usually, even though Alia tells you everything in this game, she suspiciously doesn't tell you about being able to duck. She will tell you the other thing, but not about being able to duck. It is so weird. Alright, I'm gonna get going before I get hit by anything. Alright. This building is seriously damaged. The walls could collapse at any second, so try not to get trapped by falling rocks. I think debris would be a better word here. You can take advantage of the lay of the terrain. Or I can just let that happen. Alright. So let's take advantage of the terrain and let it just get rid of everything in my path. Hello? Oh yeah, this is the one that's a little wonky. So this is where you can experience ducking for the first time and actually not get hit by that. And now here's the new feature. Can you see a red rope ahead of you? Not yet. Jump and grab the rope carefully. It doesn't tell you how to do it, but all you gotta do is hold up when you're next to a rope. I'm using the Pro Controller, so any slight deviation to left and right going up and down will allow me to do that, which might be a good or bad thing. You finally reached the statue. I lost traces of Sigma and Zero somewhere above you. But remember, the guard system of the construction site is malfunctioning as a result of the Sigma virus. Kick the guard walls quickly and climb them. So yeah, so all we gotta do is just go up, 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 up. Zero, are you alright? I'm okay. Just a bit of a bruised ego. Anyway, where's Sigma? He took off. How do you know that? Alia is looking for him now, but can't pick up any readings. He is a virus. He can't be seen or analyzed correctly like other data. You have to feel his evil energy. Why? That's the only way to find him. I see. Well, you should go back to the base, Zero. I think... Stop adding the word the, please. Just say base. You can't fight him in this condition. I can feel him. Sigma's close by. I'll leave here as to not disturb you, but I'll check the surrounding area before I go. I can feel him too. Sigma's close to us. Be careful, X. So yes, Sigma is suspiciously close. As well as Zero not actually doing anything. He's just going to sit here and kind of go, But as you can tell, his arm's shot clean off there, and that's where his buster's laying on the ground, so he can't use it anymore, technically. Hee hee hee. Stupid Maverick Hunters. You will all feel the true Maverick power right before you die. So yes, this form of Sigma has quite a few moves here, which, yeah, that seems a little bit threatening, but all you gotta do is just kind of stay over on this side of the screen, and then just dodge this like this, let him do that. And he has another attack which he will do, but you can mostly avoid it just by staying right over here. So just duck, and you avoid all of this. It seems really bad, but just keep ducking. And he does have an extra move, which I'm not sure if he'll be able to get off considering his health. But let's find out. I'll just continue ducking and see, yep. Oh, I should be getting hit here, but I'm ducking, so I'm not. That makes no sense, but whatever. But yeah, he should just open his mouth really shortly, so I can hit him one more time. Oh, okay. I guess good guys don't look at explosions. Oh, I should probably address this before the screen fades. He's at level 1 right now, which is basically just what his health is. This bar can change size depending on what levels are. Okay, screen change. Darn, that blast released the Sigma virus. It must have spread all over and could cover the Earth by now. All the Reploids are getting severely infected. Sigma, he lost to us on purpose. We have to evacuate immediately. This is Hunter Base, do you read me? Are you alright? Any damage? Are you alright? X, Zero. The entire Earth has been thrown into a panic because of the Sigma virus. Hi Cygnus, you're new. No, this is your introduction, I guess. It's dangerous to stay there. Report back to base. Darn it! Sigma, you'll pay for this! Even if we fight, what good will it do? A battle won't solve the problem. The situation is far worse than expected. Sigma's explosion has spread the virus all over the Earth. Humans and Reploids are in a total panic. What's worse, the space colony Eurasia, which is from X4 by the way, that is the final level of X4, is heading straight towards us. At this rate, it's going to crash into the Earth in 16 hours. Everything, including Reploids and the entire human race, will be annihilated. That is a very bold assumption, but sure. We have no choice for the sake of the world. We must destroy the colony. But the only weapon we have in the Hunter base that still works is the Enigma, and it's very old. We also have a space shuttle, but it's been affected by the virus, and the autopilot function doesn't work, so we need someone to fly it to the colony and let it collide. It's almost certain death, but we have no other choice. How's the condition of the Enigma? Far from perfect. In order to use the Enigma, hi Douglas, you're new as well. We need to build it up with some devices. The Enigma doesn't work as is. Under an influence of the Sigma virus, a lot of Maverick hunters have become Mavericks. Only a few hunters remain normal. Let's join the forces with the rest of our brothers and complete the Enigma. So yes, this is actually going to be displaying something new here. I didn't get hit at all, really? Awesome, cool. So yes, clear time Mavericks defeated and damage received are gonna play a very big role shortly in terms of something that you saw on the character select screen, which was the rankings, which X in this case was a B and 0 was an SA. So I'm gonna say right here, and it's gonna show it right here as well. X is B and 0 is XA. Yes, I'm gonna continue the game. I only did one level. We only have 16 hours left before the collision. We have to upgrade the Enigma before then. There are 4 Mavericks that have the devices required to enhance the Enigma. Crescent Grizzly, a weapons broker. He has the crystal ball. Tidal Whale, he lives in the ocean. We'll have access to hydrogen if we can secure the ocean. Vault Kraken, an ex-Maverick hunter. He has an energy cart. Shining Firefly, a doctor of engineering. He has a laser device. There are 4 other Mavericks, but these 4 Mavericks are the only ones who have the devices to upgrade the Enigma. X0, you are the only Maverick hunters that can match these Mavericks. Split up so you can gather the devices. To check the devices that you have required, press the R button in the stage select screen and blah 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 blah. Yes, this is tutorials at this point. I'll explain this in a second. So yes, we have 16 hours to a collision, and you notice they mentioned 4 other Mavericks that don't really have anything required. In this case, we only need to go through these 4 at the moment, but you are free to choose how you want to go. So these 4 have the parts for the Enigma here, which the Enigma, if we hit the A button, in this case on the Switch, or it'll be the circle button on the PlayStation, B button, the the Xbox One, and PC. The accuracy is 32, power, energy, body, and balance. All really low. This means literally almost nothing. It is complete RNG. So you can actually shoot the Enigma right now if you wanted to in order to try to get rid of the space colony. It is complete RNG if this works. Right now it has about a 5% chance of actually working. But this result on the Legacy Collection is usually determined on the results screen. I don't know if I will be able to do it right now, so I'm not going to. But it's always fun to know that. So yes, this is actually the parts screen that they were talking about. So I can select between X, and you notice the 4 little doohickeys right there. Well, technically it's just one big block. But you notice like these little divots. It equals 4 parts. I can give X 4 parts. I have none at the moment. 4 armor can only equip 2, and 0 can equip 4. Yes, I can play as 0 regardless of the fact that I selected X in the dead beginning. So, let's actually go in. As you can tell, I have 16 hours left. I don't necessarily want to go in just yet, but in order to get rid of an hour, you have to select a stage, which in this case will bring it down to 15. But I'm not gonna go in just yet. Unlike other X games, there is a weird condition to quote-unquote 100% this game, and it goes with ranking and all this other stuff. There's a lot of things that just make 0 sense. Well, not at least on first playthrough anyway. You gotta learn all this stuff, and it's just, oh boy, it's so annoying. So, I am going to count down the hours really quick, and I will see you back to where I actually want to be. So give me 1 second. So yes, like I was saying, I whittled down the hours to quote-unquote 11 hours, which in this case, why would you think I would do that? Well, it's a little iffy, but remember how I was talking about the parts earlier? The 11th hour on, or the 10th hour on, depending on who you're playing as in this case. You'll see who I'm playing as in a second. So, I'm going to be playing as 0 for this first stage, 10 hours collision. It may seem weird, why would I waste all my hours like that? I'll explain when I get to the boss. Destroy the Maverick trucks, then you'll be able to reach the security warehouse. So yes, see that little thing in the corner there? We're not going to actually be dealing with that at the moment, because this stage doesn't have anything that actually determines any of that. which is all well and good, so I don't have to worry about that, but I'm going to make sure I don't get hit as much as possible because Zero is a little bit iffy to play as with not having the half damage that X gets. The blue core you can see below is the weak point. If you destroy it, the truck will begin to explode. But you better jump to the next truck before this one blows and head to the end of the line. Yeah, I'll do that in a second. Give me 1 second, please. Let me just, there we go. All right, now I'll just do this and then move out. So yeah, these things are a little bit obnoxious to hit as Zero, but thankfully enough, Zero has the ability to get up close and just beat them. Okay, let me just do this, move on. Ah, that could have gone a little better. Yeah, Zero is a little bit iffy to play as in the direct beginning. Dodge that and get you. Okay, moving on. And let me get you over there, thank you. Duck. Okay, I might die really shortly. Thank you, that is very convenient. Thank you. Grab that. And beat you. And go. Oh, okay, let me move on. This truck has already begun to explode. Hurry, move on to the next. Yeah, so this one's already exploding and it has the timer already active, so I just kind of need to go forward. And then this one as well. This one has a little bit of a thing called spikes, so let's avoid those and not get hit by them because they are an instant kill, despite the fact that, let me grab that E-tank there, despite the fact that they are a stage hazard, but they're not like normal spikes. Is this a secret warehouse? No, it's a mine. I can't tell. Neither can I. But there are strong energy readings. We're getting even stronger energy readings from deep inside. It must be him. Stay on guard. So yeah, as you can tell, there's a little hole there. There's also a hole on the train up ahead, or back behind us, the one that exploded anyway. We can't actually do anything with that one, but we can do this. You are Zero, aren't you? Who are you? Thank you for supporting X. Please continue to take care of him. I'll give you a program for X's armor. Analyze and upload the data to X's main memory and secure area. Then complete the armor. For security reasons, the program is divided into 4 segments. Once you gather and upload all 4 parts, the armor will be complete. Nothing happens unless you have all 4. Her name is Alia, isn't it? She can analyze the data and let you upload it. Anyway, here is the program for legs. With the leg part equipped, X can fly through the air and X becomes invincible while flying. Collide against the enemy to destroy them. I'm afraid that I know nothing about your body structure, therefore I can't enhance your power. I'm really sorry. I don't need any power-ups. But I have one thing I want to ask you. Sometimes unknown data emerges in my mind, and I can see a figure of an old professor. Do you know him by any chance? I don't know, perhaps if I saw him, but the data must be a fragment created by some error. I wouldn't worry about it. Why don't you just forget about it? I don't worry about it, but when I saw you, I felt an urge to ask. I'm sorry I couldn't give you the answer to your question. Never mind, I didn't expect any answer. Anyway, I'll give X the armor program. In this case, it's legs program 0, but okay. So yes, this is the first time in the series that we see these little light capsules have sentience. Before, it seemed like it was just messages. But the fact that Light was able to say Alia's name directly kind of contradicts a little bit of things here and there. But at the same time, it's kind of neat the fact that this is the first time that Zero can actually access X's capsules and be able to talk to them. And we get a little bit of story there, which is actually kind of neat. But I feel like Dr. Light might be hiding something from Zero a little bit there. Zero, seeing you reopens old wounds. You should have that looked after. I don't have time for small talk. Give me the crystal ball. Why don't you do what you usually do? And force me to. You used to be a maverick, right? That's what I heard. And you destroyed Sigma, didn't you? What, that old story? If you dare to try to fight me, then I accept your challenge anytime, anywhere. Hunters and Sigma are very similar, very aggressive and overconfident. But we're nothing like that scum. Oh yes, you are. I'm just an arms dealer, but you destroy anyone who stands against you. Now I'm going to make you pay for what you did to me, Maverick Hunter. I don't really know exactly what I did to you, but semantics. So yes, Crescent Grizzly is a little bit of a cakewalk due to how slow he's going. But yes, I keep saying Crescent Grizzly. His name in the original version of X5 was actually Grizzly Slash. There is a little bit of a reason for that. All the Mavericks in X5 were based on Guns N' Roses members. So it's a little weird in that regard. But Grizzly Slash, I think you might know who that is. It's just Slash. Saul / Hudson, yeah. Basically, one of the most famous members of Guns N' Roses, honestly. I believe he's the lead guitarist. I'm not very too familiar with Guns N'... Ow, you finally hit me. That's actually hilarious. But I got you anyway. All I had to do was really just jump there, but I'm fine. I got hit one time. There's a big reason why they did that with all the Guns N' Roses members, but I'll go through them one by one as we encounter them. So yes, now I can actually talk about this ranking system. This ranking system, I'm still SA, that's totally fine. It's not going to change anytime soon. It depends on my clear time and Mavericks defeated, my damage received. There is a lot of variations here. Depending on my clear time, you get a certain amount of points, which I believe under 2 minutes is like 8 points or something like that. Mavericks defeated, you need to not defeat a lot. Pretty much, if you just go through the entire stage without fighting anything, you'll get the max amount of points. The least amount of Mavericks you defeat, the better. Damage received, obviously the least amount, the better as well. As well as doing a lot of damage to the boss, which in this case, there's not really much I can really do about that. It's just whatever I do. But eventually my ranking will either go up or just stay the same, really. And the ranking actually determines the levels of the bosses themselves. Technically, it's just a +1, +2 variation. But the hour timer actually is what determines it the most. Which, yes, I know I got the DNA data from the boss. Basically, I get the special weapon, blah, 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 blah. It says this every single time. It's nothing different in the slightest. But anything level 8 and higher on the bosses, you actually get to select something new. Which I will be able to see in a second. Please stop talking. Thank you. See where it says weapons plus life and then it says plus there? This plus variation would not be there if I didn't skim down the hours like I did. That's because putting it at 11 hours and then going to 10 when I select the stage and then selecting 0 as my first pick, I get this option, which allows me to essentially quote-unquote 100% the game. So in this case, you don't know what you're getting, but it takes 2 hours of time to actually complete the plus portion of what you get. The other ones take 1 hour. So if you select weapons plus life, you basically get the weapon of the boss and then extra life. And then weapons plus energy, you get the weapons and plus more weapon energy for your weapons. And then the plus is a different part that you can equip. In this case, for Crescent Grizzly, you get the shock buffer if you select weapons plus life plus. And for weapons plus energy plus, you get the hyper dash shock buffer. When you take damage, you won't be stunned for as long as you normally are, and the hyper dash allows you to dash further than normal and get basically longer jumps out of it. In this case, I'm just going to select a shock buffer because that will be useful. I don't really need long extensions on my dash. Crescent Grizzly had the crystal ball. This should greatly increase the striking ability of the Enigma. I'll ask another hunter to do the recovery operations so you can return them on our base. So yes, it did take me a while to explain all these little things here and there. I'm gonna save on here, just for reasons that won't become apparent till later. Incoming message from sources unknown. Who's this? I've never seen him. Nice to meet you, Maverick Hunters. I have no hard feeling towards you, but this is my mission. Before long, I'll attack the hunter base. Aw, are Mr. X and Mr. Zero there? Please play with me, I'm really bored. Don't worry, we'll fight like true sportsmen. Oh, I almost forgot to introduce myself. I am Dynamo. See you soon. How dare he, at a time like this? Should we even attempt to fight against one so arrogant? I mean, we're gonna have to at some point. Yeah, he is a time waster. If you went down to like 8 hours to collision, you would probably have no time whatsoever because you gotta fight him and it wastes an hour and it's So yeah, I defeated one boss and I explained most of the systems of this game so far. So, if you remember in the direct beginning, it's like, oh, Crescent Grizzly, Tidal Whale, and then so on and so forth. It basically kind of described the boss order. I don't know why they did that. It just described the boss order. But I'm actually kind of blanking out on some of the names because I do recognize them more by their Guns N' Roses names. But I do know their names just in general. So Crescent Grizzly, Volt Kraken, Shining Firefly, and Tidal Whale. It's just like, oh boy, it's just so weird. So, next time on Azure Plays More Mega Man X5, we're gonna move on to Tidal Whale. And we're gonna head in as X. See you all then.